What is good? This is Turbo Tom from Turbo Tom's Performance Garage. What is going on, peoples? So, my previous video, I had said that I was working on a project, which I was working on Project Mirage, and I had said that I wasn't going to reveal the video. So, I've been working on it today, and I'm making the mounts and everything. So, I'm going to reveal it right now, and hope you like it. So this is what I'm working on with Project Mirage, and no, it's not a 4G63, and yes, it's a V6. It's a 6G75 3.8 out of a 4th gen Eclipse, and you're probably wondering why. Well, seeing that the drag car is a 463 and the 2G is a 4G63, I decided that I want something a little bit different. I did want all motor, but the thing is that Mitsubishi doesn't have too many all motor engines that are capable of at least 300 horse. So my plan was that if I was going to do all motor, it had to be at least 300 horse all motor. You know what I mean? Or something stock. You know what I mean? And I've been reading up on these engines. Did a lot of research before I decided to do this, and these motors are a beast. For all motor, like these ports on the intake, these are big ports. You know what I mean? These engines are capable of 300 plus, and if you add E85, even close to 4. I even seen some with nitromethane at 600. That's crazy. But all I really want is 300 plus. For the Mirage, I kind of wanted just 1150, like 1150 car, index car, and I wanted to do all motor. So this way I can play with the Honda boys and kind of, beat them at their own game, all motor with, some of them are K, some of them are B. So I kind of wanted to do it like Mitsubishi style, you know what I mean? So the only motor that was even worth putting in was this motor. So as of right now, what I'm doing is I'm mocking up for the motor mount, and it's not pretty right now, but I decided that I am not gonna cut these brackets or the one down there, you know what I mean? Because if I ever decided that to go back to 463, I can. Or if I sell it and then the new owner decided that he wants to go 463, they can still, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to take it away from that. So yeah, right now I'm just mocking up the mounts right here for the training. I'm not going to have time to do the engine like I wanted to, but it will be done. And as far as the mount on the engine, like I said, I'm not gonna weld on here. I'm gonna actually make a bracket like you do for K-Series Hondas. You actually have a bracket and they bolt it, and that's my goal right now. I'm gonna use the full bolts that the 463 had the training, that mount there. I'm gonna utilize those full bolts, and I'm gonna make a plate and bring it up like this, and then bring the two sides, and etc. etc. So stay tuned. Let me do some welding. I'll give you some welding shots. welded. Still not done with it yet, because I want to make gussets and everything. But this is so, as of right now, it'll hold up journey right now, so. Feels like a glove. Need some persuasion. Anyways, so, all right. So the moment of truth right now is when I release this jack, she's gonna hold it. So, dun, dun, dun. She holds up. But like I said, I'm not done with it yet. I'm gonna make a gusset over here on both sides, add strength. Maybe if I do it here, I will do it here. I'm gonna put a plate here to block the sauce. Doesn't look that bad. I'm gonna do another one here too, like a little plate welded in, and that'll be for this mount. So, but yeah, that's all I could do for today. Oh, I'd like to do this side, but I'm running out of time, so that's gonna be for a later date. So I'm pretty happy with that. Came up pretty good. So I just thought about something. When I released this jack, she dropped a little bit, so I was worried about her being leveled. So I wanted to get my trusty level, and let's check this out. Boom! I'm liking that. That's pretty good. So let me go check my homemade engine cradle right here. Wow, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm pretty stoked. So that's awesome. That's nice. So yeah, that's one mount out of 3 I gotta make. So like I said, I couldn't make that one today, ran out of time. So that'll be for another time. But what I did to center this engine, what I ended up doing was I ended up getting two axles, which was a very hard time trying to figure out which one would work. So I ended up finding the ones I need to, get it done. So I end up putting the axles in, make sure that they have enough play side to side. You know what I mean? Because you still want the axle to go in and out. You know what I mean? Especially when the suspension lifts up and down. You don't want the axles to be bottom out, because then you'll run into problems. So I have plenty enough play on each side, which is fantastic. And yeah, I was very optimistic that this will work, but as of right now, I'm actually pretty excited because it's coming together. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty happy about that, man. I really am. The only thing that bad about this is the brake boost is on this side versus the 4th gen and 5th gen Mirages. They're on this side. So either A, I'm gonna have to put just a master cylinder. I'll probably get like a Woolward, like a 3/16, something like that. Whatever I think might work, or anybody give you suggestions on which ones might work better. This way it's not that bad, because using a stock one will be murder. That will be horrendous. So I was told if you use like a Woolward, something like 3/16, the smaller the master, the better it is, the more pressure you got out of it. So this is what I've been told, so we'll figure that out, I guess. And the only other thing that's going to give me a little bit of trouble is going to be the back mount, because it's really close to the firewall. I have an idea what I'm going to do, which, if you're a CSM guy, you'll know what I'm talking about. When these guys do all-wheel drive, especially on the hatchbacks, sedans, 2-doors, whatever, some of them would put a bar, go from one end of the engine bay to the other end of the engine bay, then they'll mount on top. You know what I mean? Either right above or below the steering rack. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've seen the all-wheel drive swaps. So I'm gonna do something similar to that. I'm gonna get a bar from there to there. I'm gonna have 2 plates first welded, then I'll have the bar going across. I'm not sure if I want to go round or square. I haven't decided yet. But what I'll do is I'll do that. I'll use a 1G mount, so this way it'll be easier for me just to get mounts when I need it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, especially for this side. You know what I mean? This is the reason why I had a spare engine mount for 463. So I ended up using that. So this way, when I wanted to go use poly, I can use the 463 poly mounts. You know what I mean? So front, back, and this one here is going to be 2G, which I already have one. So, and this mount here came out of a Diamante, 2001 Mitsubishi Diamante. So, which that was a 6G74 with a 3.5. So, this actually worked out pretty good. This one actually is a lot better than the clips, because the 3G clips, the mount would actually be a lot further, and I want this mount to be a lot, this way towards the headlight. So that mount actually worked out pretty good, so stay tuned for that.